We're going to bring on a special guest, Carl, all the way from the moon. In this video, we're going to cover his secrets to how he became poor to filthy rich in 3 years. And he's going to tell you exactly how he did that and how you can do that as well. We're also going to talk to him about where the current market is, where it's going in the immediate short term, and probably in the next month or so, and the big picture of what's going on. Let's go check out what Carl has to say. Carl, welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Carl, we've known each other for quite some time and met, let's see, where did we first meet? Montenegro? Was it Montenegro, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and this was back in, I think, 2018. So for many years now, we've been friends and working together. Right now, I feel like the overall general market sentiment is uncertain. I feel like the crypto landscape at whole, the macro crypto perspective is very bullish. But I think that we have some outstanding circumstances outside of the crypto world that we can't control. And I think that's affecting people's, mindsets where it comes to where we're headed in the short to medium term. What are your thoughts?
I think that crypto is right now in a very, very strange situation where we're either going to get this big break to the upside and hopefully see a last leg of the bull market, or as many people are actually speculating now, we might already have seen the top and we could end up in this 3-year bear market. But I have to tell you that, of course, the 3-year bear market, I think, is inevitable. Whether it's going to happen this month or within 6 months, I think we're going to start this 3-year bear market very soon. So the question then remains, are we going to get that big final leg up in this bull market and see Bitcoin go to 100K or even higher? I still think this is possible this year, but to be perfectly honest, every single month we don't see this, it becomes less and less likely, of course. But I'm still hopeful. I still think that we can reach $100,000 this year. Obviously, we're seeing the bullish price action has kind of left crypto and jumped into NFTs instead. So right now you're seeing NFTs everywhere. You have celebrities talking about NFTs, and it seems like everyone is launching an NFT collection now. So that in and of itself seems like a top signal of at least the NFT market, but maybe it's also a top signal for the whole crypto market. I don't know. I'm not saying that it is the case. I'm just saying that when celebrities, all of them are talking about crypto or talking about anything, usually that is the top. I mean, literally yesterday I saw a clip of Paris Hilton sitting with what's his face? This guy from one of these talk shows.
Jimmy Fallon, I think.
Yeah. Talking about their Bored Apes. She was showing her Bored Ape. He's showing his Bored Ape. And I was like, oh, this seems horrible. This is not good.
For the NFT markets, I think that it's still super early. But I do think that it goes it's negatively correlated to the crypto market. So, if we start seeing big pumps in Ether and the crypto market overall, I think that we can expect to see a very big cool down period in NFTs and vice versa. When you look at the charts right now, from a technical analysis point of view, what do you see in the next week and the next month, for example?
Well, I think we're likely to get a reversal from here. We have seen a small inverse head and shoulders starting to form. But I think ultimately, it all depends on, I think, the $30,000 level. If Bitcoin can hold above $30,000, then I think there's still a decent chance that we're going to reach $100,000 in the immediate short term. Like I said, the longer it takes to break above higher, the likelier it is that we're just going to start heading to the downside. So we need the bulls to start stepping in here. That is for sure. But 100K this year is still very, very possible. I think that's kind of the bottom line for me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I've got one more question. If we believe that we're potentially not going to break above 100K, or even if we think that it's possible, what would you suggest? Well, I guess you can't give financial advice, but put yourself in the position of someone who isn't very wealthy and maybe is trying to maximize their opportunity in the crypto market right now. what do you think is a good strategy for somebody? Is it like dollar cost averaging in or out, or like taking some profits right now in case we do break lower, or keeping money in case we do go to 100K and taking advantage of this kind of parabolic growth? Like, how do you play this market?
When it comes to Bitcoin, I would say don't ever sell. Just keep accumulating, because 100K is nothing. Like,
Yep.
Bitcoin is going to millions of dollars in the next 10 years. So I don't think it makes sense to sell here. Just keep accumulating always. When it comes to altcoins, however, there's always a season to take profits. And I've been taking profits. I mean, I've invested in over 350 crypto companies in the past 24 months. And I have been selling quite aggressively when the market has been bullish, to be able to take profits.
Yep.
And I would suggest that people do the same out there. If you made a bunch of money with alts, take some money off the table, especially if you made like a 5x or 10x. Take out your initial for sure. Then you have free money playing around. 100%. Yeah, I think that, I mean, that's just an easy tip, but definitely take profit if you made life-changing money with altcoins. Put it into Bitcoin, I would say.
Yeah, that's kind of the overall strategy that I give to people as well. Invest in the more degen projects, because you're much more likely to get 5 to 10x out of those, and then take profits into your blue chips, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, these kind of things.
Yeah.
Carl, maybe I think that most people know your story, but if anyone watching who doesn't, can you just kind of tell us a little bit about your background and where you got to where you are now today?
Yeah. So actually, just a little bit more than 3 years ago, I was working in a grocery store in Sweden, and I was not very satisfied with how my life was playing out. So I decided to change my mindset. I decided that I was going to become rich and successful and happy and free, and travel the world and live my dream life. I decided that this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna become proud of myself. So I used the law of attraction, and I started to visualize my dream life. I visualized living in my dream home. I visualized flying private jets, driving Bugattis, and just like being free and being my own boss. That was basically what I was visualizing. And long story short, I started to work towards that goal. I found crypto. I very, very quickly changed my life absolutely completely, and now 3 years later, I am living that exact dream life that I was visualizing. And people are shocked how fast I went from zero to where I am today. Sometimes I'm a little bit shocked myself.
So between now and the next time that we have you on, how do they get started? If someone's watching this and they say, "Yep, I'm going to do the same shit," they believe in it. Mm-hmm. Their homework between now and then, what should they do?
Okay, it's very, very simple. Actually, like anyone who watches this right now, if you do exactly what I tell you right now, then you will be a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire or whatever you want, even a famous singer. I don't know, whatever it is you want, you will be it within like 3 years if you do what I tell you now. First of all, you need the desire. You have to actually want to change your life, because if you don't want it, then you will not have the energy or the passion to do it. You need a desire. For example, my desire was, I want to become successful. I want to become proud of myself. I want to live free. I want to live my dream life. I had a burning desire for that. Number 2 is to set goals.
Yeah.
You can write them down. Just set goals. For example, to reach my dream life, I need to make at least $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month. Write it down. Write down, for example, I own a Lambo or whatever it is you want to own. Write it down, put it down as a goal, but always write it as if it's already happened. So you don't say, my goal is to own a Lambo. You say, I own a Lambo. I make $10,000 a month. I have this, I do this. So it's basically, it's always as if it already happened. Step number 3 is to visualize all of these goals, but visualize them as if they already happened. So let's take the Lambo as an example, just because it's easy. You visualize yourself already having this Lambo. You visualize it standing in your garage. You visualize yourself driving around it, smelling the leather of the Lambo, feeling the steering wheel. And if it's $10,000 a month, then visualize yourself opening up your Bitcoin wallet, seeing $10,000 worth of Bitcoin jumping in every single month. Just imagine that it's true already. Just for a minute or two per day. That's all it matters. You don't have to do it the whole day. Just a couple of minutes per day. Do these visualization techniques.
Cool, man. Okay, so guys, if you don't know already, Carl is the co-founder of Kasta, one of the projects that we incubated and that I'm incredibly bullish on, because it solves such a simple problem, but it does it in a super efficient way. Think of something like a Venmo or a PayPal for crypto, where you can get free payments to one another instantly. It's a secure custodian of your funds. It just really solves a lot of the complicated things in the crypto space. So if you got questions for Carl, next week we're going to have him back on, and we will ask him some of the questions that you have. So any kind of questions or comments that you have, please leave them in the spaces below, and look forward to having you back to answer those, Carl, next week.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Kyle, for being or for having me here. And to all the Castians out there, yes, leave some comments down below and some questions, and I'll answer them next week or whenever we talk.
Thank you, Carl. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.